Hello friends, I am Dr. Madhukar Jadhav. In previous lecture, I have started the fourth unit, that is low cost treatment. In that, we have seen regarding aerobic oxidation pond and bacterial algal symbiosis. In this lecture, we are going to study regarding anaerobic ponds and the facultative ponds. So starting with anaerobic pond. Anaerobic oxidation pond. So the main characteristics of this pond are high organic loading rate, means we are applying more BOD to this anaerobic ponds. Then depth of the pond varies between 3 to 6 meter, and due to this more depth, anaerobic condition is prevailing and biomass formation rate is small. It is about 5 to 15% of carbon in feed. So this is the sketch of the anaerobic oxidation pond, in which at the top layer there is a scum and at the bottom the settled sludge is there, and whatever the wastewater is there, it is treated by anaerobic bacteria. Next slide. So anaerobic oxidation pond, these are deep earthen ponds receiving high organic loading such that anaerobic condition prevails throughout the entire depth of the pond. These ponds are used for treatment of domestic and industrial wastewaters. In these ponds, free oxygen is not available in the wastewater, and hence the anaerobic bacteria are survived by extracting the oxygen from the compounds like sulfates and the nitrates. That is, whatever the bonded oxygen is present in these compounds, so that oxygen is consumed by these bacteria and they are doing the decomposition of organic matter present in the wastewater. Next slide. Anaerobic decomposition of wastewater takes place in two phases or in two stages. So we will see this: decomposition of dissolved organic wastewater by acid producing bacteria into organic acids, and sometimes maybe acetic acid, propionic acid and the butyric acid. So in the first stage, anaerobic bacteria are converting the organic matter to organic acids, and the acids which are produced are acetic acid, propionic acid and the butyric acid. So this is the first stage of a decomposition. Next one, further decomposition of these acids to the end products of CH4, CO2 and H2O by methane producing bacteria. So in the first stage, whatever the anaerobic bacteria are there, they are acid producing bacteria and they are producing these three acids from the organic matter or whatever the BOD, COD present in the wastewater. In the second stage, whatever the acid produced, the decomposition of these acids is done by methane producing bacteria. So these bacteria will produce or decompose the acids into methane, carbon dioxide and water. So this is the second stage of decomposition. The pond requires less surface area as compared with aerobic oxidation pond. The pond depth ranges from 2.5 to 5 meter and the length to width ratio is about 2:1. Next slide. So this is the mechanism by which anaerobic decomposition of wastewater takes place. So first of all, acid forming bacteria. So whatever the organic matter is there, organic matter is converted to different types of acids by acid forming bacteria, and in this process these are the different gases which are released. Then these acids, or we can say organic acids, are converted to other byproducts by the methane producing bacteria, and in this process methane, CO2 and water is produced, and whatever the bacterial cells are there, excess bacterial cells, they are recirculated like this. So this is the flow sheet for the anaerobic decomposition of wastewater. Next slide. Then third type of oxidation pond is called as facultative oxidation pond. This pond combines the features of aerobic and anaerobic ponds, means whatever the advantages of aerobic pond and anaerobic pond are combined by the facultative pond. They are often 1 to 2 meter in depth. These ponds favor algal growth along with the growth of aerobic, anaerobic and the facultative microorganisms. Such ponds are predominantly aerobic during the daylight, and in few remaining hours the ponds may become to anaerobic, or the ponds may turn to anaerobic, particularly the bottom zone of the facultative pond. Next slide. So whatever the treatment processes which are taking place in facultative pond, they are classified into 3 zones. One, top zone, bottom zone and the middle zone or intermediate zone. So top zone, the top zone is totally aerobic, in which the bacterial algal photosynthetic process takes place, or you can say aerobic degradation of wastewater takes place in top layer. Means whatever the first pond which we have seen, that is aerobic pond, the same thing is happening in the top layer. Then second, bottom zone, anaerobic zone, wastewater settled by anaerobic bacteria under anaerobic decomposition. So here whatever the wastewater sludge settles at the bottom, that waste or that sludge is treated by the anaerobic bacteria, and from this process the methane is released. Then middle zone or intermediate zone, anaerobic aerobic zone, in which decomposition of organic matter takes by facultative bacteria. Okay, the top aerobic layer acts as a good check against odor evolution from the pond. The depth of this pond varies between 1 to 1.5 meter. This pond is most commonly used for the treatment of sewage. Also, most of the stabilization ponds in India are facultative in nature, means both bacteria are prevailing in such ponds and the treatment is taking place by the facultative bacteria, means aerobic bacteria and the anaerobic bacteria which are present in these ponds. Next slide. So this is aerobic and anaerobic pond. So for certain depth aerobic condition is prevailing, and here photosynthetic activity and the bacterial activity both are taking place, and due to that the aerobic treatment of wastewater takes place, and at the bottom zone anaerobic bacteria are prevailing and the treatment of wastewater is taking place by the anaerobic bacteria. And this is the another figure. So oxygen, carbon dioxide and wind currents, due to which some oxygen and some carbon dioxide may get mixed with the top layer. So in this way the treatment of wastewater takes place in facultative oxidation pond. So this is regarding the facultative oxidation pond and the anaerobic oxidation pond. Thank you.